Well, folks, we're going to do one today about the shin plaster ass wipe that's printed up out of the thin air by Donald Trump's handlers, the people that installed his mafia ass in the White House. And I suppose I should address some of his turd bag supporters. You see, ladies and gentlemen, my family arrived in the New World over 400 years ago, and I am not required to support people like Joe Biden, the Bushes, the Clintons, the Obamas, or this jackass Donald Trump. America's my country, folks, and the judges at the federal courthouse in Raleigh, North Carolina, have been shitting all over North Carolina for 50 years. Pissing and shitting right into Walnut Creek with a whole bunch of other government installations all across not only North Carolina, but all over the United States. They've turned America into a big shit fest. People like Donald Trump. And as he carries on with his personal nutbag agenda, the same sort of drivel that comes out of Joe Biden's mouth, this country has been just about decimated because of infectious disease spread by sewage, like what's spewing from the Sanford federal courthouse in Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, folks, you got to understand that I had U.S. Marshals and state police detectives come out and question me about my blowing the whistle on Lake Champlain, which the Vermont state legislature recently voted to spend billions cleaning up. You see, Donald Trump and Judge Terrence W. Boyle, the Vermont state legislature found that what I've been exposing for years is the truth. Now, let's get back to all that sewage coming out of Terrence W. Boyle's federal courthouse in Wake County, North Carolina. In this day and age of infectious disease, when you have agencies such as the EPA that do not do their jobs, and you got nutbags like Donald Trump trying to eviscerate environmental protection laws, and you got absolute goofballs like Vice President Pence that goes around telling everybody that, prayer will fix all the corruption that exists in this Federal Reserve controlled phony baloney circus, this fraudulent matrix that we call the United States of America Incorporated. You know, I see these the commune leaders of the so-called Republican and Democratic parties. Y'all the biggest pack of communists, despots, and tyrants I've ever seen in my life. The commune that puts up with this, you get it, folks, commune the communists that issue paper fiat bills of credit, shin plaster. Donald Stockman referred to it as phony baloney money. Larry Parks at the Foundation for the Advancement of Monetary Education, the Mises Institute, realized that this fiat currency is nothing but garbage. And now the Congress of the United States wants to go to digital money. The Congress wants to do away with the printing and ink and just go to the keystrokes. And that'll be the death nail in America because, ladies and gentlemen, the first article, Section 10, Part 5, the legal tender, as they refer to it as, the only lawful money in this country is supposed to be gold, silver, or copper. gold, silver, or copper, not keystrokes, in your trash computer systems. You know, I've been receiving a lot of garbage from Trump supporters lately because I won't worship Mafia Donnie. And I ain't never going to worship Mafia Donnie. And I'm not going to worship Mafia Obama and Mafia Clintons and Mafia Bushes or that freaking psychopathic, driveling idiot Joe Biden. My family been in the New World for over 400 years. And as an educated adult, I don't have to worship anybody, particularly Donald Mafia John Trump. So folks, I'm going to end this one up by telling you this. For 50 years at the Sanford Federal Courthouse in Raleigh, North Carolina, all the judges, all the prosecutors, the FBI, ATF, all the Treasury agents, all those federal bar card carrying lawyers, all the U.S. Marshals, well, they've been shitting on everybody. Not only have they been shitting on everybody, but they've been pissing on them too. And dumping all that crap right into Walnut Creek all the way down to Wilmington. And every inch of the way from Raleigh to Wilmington, mosquitoes are breeding in that shit. How many people have gotten sick? Judge Terrence W. Boyle. How many people have died because of your sewage spewing practices at the federal courthouse in Raleigh? Terrence W. Boyle, what a story. And you know something, Donald Trump, if you want to be concerned about the COVID spikes in North Carolina, you might take a look into all their sewage being spewed all over the state. Ask Governor Roy Cooper and the News Observer whether or not old Judson with him knows what he's talking about. I'm going to end it here, folks. I blew the whistle on Lake Champlain, and by golly, Lake Champlain got exposed. And that's for my pals over at the North Carolina State Police and the U.S. Marshal's Office in Raleigh, North Carolina. Lake Champlain, the shithole cesspool of New York State. The great big shithole cesspool of New York State and Vermont. Well, my version of the story was spot on. And the Sanford Federal Courthouse and all of the federal government agents, employees, and judiciary members, y'all need to quit shitting in Walnut Creek. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, hasta la vista. God bless, and you bet your sweet ass, Donald Trump, I'm coming back.